Hi, welcome to Run Anna Runs channel. Today I am going to share with you how are we going to do adjustable, stretchable, elastic bracelets like such using the crystals. Okay, so please do subscribe, like my video, and help to share. Okay, and do comment in the comment box under the video if there's anything that is not covered in the video that you'd like to know more on. Okay, so here go, let's go. Okay, let me adjust the video just a little bit. Okay, and turn the light over. So we're going to do this bracelet, a same one, except that this is in gold charms and finding. We're going to do it in silver findings. Okay, so yes, you can see there's another piece here which is the same design but in different crystals. Okay, so once you have your design set, you can actually do them in different crystals and give it away or sell them. And what do we need for starters? We will need threads like this. Okay, elastic threading tool. Okay, we have got colorful, they come in different colors. Okay, you can see I have a few colors that I'm going to show as an example. So depending on the color of the bead that you're going to use, you choose the color of the thread accordingly. Okay, so since I am going to use what you see here, I have the agate stone, the phantom quartz, and the rock clear crystals. Okay, so for this case I'm going to choose to use the white thread. Okay, and the length of the bracelet that I'm going to do today is going to fit for wrist length of about 15 to 16.5. So the length of the bracelets will be 17.5 cm long. Okay, and for starters, beginners, you may want to use things like the beading tray. It's a big one, long, which you can place all your beads on the tray and measure the size accordingly. So for more experienced or seasoned jewelry makers, you can also do like me, just make do with whatever you have. Okay, so I have misplaced my beading tray, which I can't show you an example on, but it's easily, you can Google for it anytime. Okay, and have a picture of it. But should any of you want to know how it looks like, you can always drop me a comment in the box and I will get back to you. Okay, and findings we will need to have also. Okay, so what I use for measurement are just like rulers and measuring tapes, tape measures. Okay, and for findings, you can also have different color findings. You can have silver, gold, rose gold, up to you. Okay, so for more experienced or all-rounder jewelry makers, we have almost all the tools that's required. And for this bracelet, we'll require some beading cap like this. Okay, and a charm, silver. So all is in silver to match them well. All right, and of course the beading needle like this. Okay, like this one here. You can see that it has got an open mouth, which I cut it. Okay, originally when I purchased them in a tube like this, a set of needles in a tube like this, they come in different lengths. There's long ones, there's medium and shorter ones. They are actually still at both ends. So I actually cut open one end to make my threading and beading process easier. Okay, sometimes the needle may prick through the initial first layer of thread and cause some fray. So instead of having a closed up needle like this, I actually have it open so I can pull it out and undo the threading fray. Okay, so let's start. I'm gonna use a white elastic thread. I will not cut the thread as yet and leave it on the holder as it is. Okay, I start with just like this. Okay, hold on to the end at all times so that it doesn't come out. and I start with the end of the bracelet. I start and end, my opening and closing will be at the base of the bracelet. Okay, so let's start first. I have to pull the spacer beads on my furry cloth so that it's easier for me to pick them later on. Furry cloths actually gives you some friction so that your beads and findings do not fall off easily on a smooth surface as compared to a smooth surface. Okay, so one bead, one spacer bead, one crystal, one spacer bead. Okay, for my case I'm using natural crystals. Alright, this is actually customized as a birthday present for a customer who has placed an order for it. Okay, on average a bracelet should take you about 10 minutes or so to complete. Okay, so this is half of the base of the bracelet, and we're gonna go this way up. Okay, so next is the clear rock crystal with one spacer bead first, and then the clear rock crystal, spacer bead, and another clear rock crystal, and another bead. Okay. I hope you can see from this angle of the video. After that will be the charm crystal that is supposed to be in the middle. Okay, so the charm crystal will need the bead cap, which is like this. It's in a flower form. Okay, there are different sizes. This is the small one because the beads are not huge, right? So I have got 18 mm and 10 mm beads. So for the phantom quartz, which is the base of the bracelet, is of 8 mm size. Okay, after that, then we have the beading cap again, bead cap for the agate stone, close cap. Now always remember to have a opening and a closing bead cap for your crystals or beads. Do not rush your beading process. Slow and steady so that you need not have any mistakes and then you have to pull out the whole string again. Okay. It's just like sewing. Alright, see, we have got like that now, and we're gonna close with the balance of the base of the bracelet with more of the phantom quartz beads. Okay, just make sure you hold on to the tip and so that it doesn't open up. When it opens, it's difficult to beat through the whole two needles in one. All these findings and accessories, you can get them online. For myself, I get them on Shopee. Okay, that's for Singapore where I am. I need another bead, and then we'll come to the closing. For the US continents and other countries, you may actually pull a bit longer at one end here, okay, because we need to string them. I'm gonna do a three layer of string for the bracelet so that it's more sturdy and tight, so that it doesn't snap or loosen easily when the wearer puts it on. I was saying for the US continents, you can actually purchase it on Etsy. Okay. when you connect them, when you want to connect the bracelet from end to end, make sure you hold on to the other end that is attached to the holder, so that it doesn't loosen. Okay, because when we combine them and bind them together, they tend to loosen at one end. So gently pull the two ends to make sure it's tight. Okay, there, you see it will loosen, so just make sure it's tight. And always make sure you have extra length to do the number of rounds of layers for the bracelet that you are making, so that you will not run shortage of thread. Okay, alright, see it loosen, you pull and it will tighten. Okay, this is layer 2. Later on we'll go with layer 3, which is one more round. When you're doing layer 2, it's still a bit loose. Never close at one layer, it's too flimsy for the wearer. Okay, pull it and then tighten. I will put this here, so it's more to the east of the angle. You can string like 2 or 3 beads at one time. I recommend 2 beads at a time, so that you will not entangle the string. Okay, do it. I have to use this needle instead. Remember, do not be impatient when you do your beading, because sometimes it's not easy to bead through the small holes, especially for the big cap. When they have multiple holes, your needle may go through to the wrong hole. Okay, just have to be very patient. Always pull 2 sides to ensure it is tight. It should not be loose, yeah, when you do your beading. It's always more tedious at the big caps because of the multiple holes that they have in terms of their design. It's like sewing. It's really just like sewing. Okay, so this is already 2 layers of threading. Now we're going to do the third row. Everything repeat. The process is a repetition. Okay, so you see when you pull in, you may get some loose ends here like this, which is actually because the string went through the inner string when you thread it through. So no worries, just pull it back here. Pull the two ends together and everything will fall nicely again. Okay, that is why we need to have an open mouth beading needle. And also why I don't cut the other end and keep it onto the holder first, so that when it gets pulled across, you do not because it's not a cut end, it will not come out. Okay. I'm actually giving you a pretty shortcut way of doing a bracelet. But if you want to know more, feel free to comment in and I'll get back to you on your queries. Okay. I will want to ensure it's taut and nicely fitting the bracelet in shape. See, sometimes it goes to the wrong hole, so just have to be more patient and make sure it gets poked through to the right one. I'm gonna come to an end and I will show you how do we do the finishing. Okay, be careful not to prick yourself. Why I say do not pull it like this, but pull it nearer to the bead when you thread it through, so that the thread do not bounce back the needle and hurt yourself. Okay, don't get pricked by the needle, it's sharp. The other reason is not to pull it long and pull it out of the bead, is also not to cause the thread to overstretch and then becomes frayed. Okay, we have finished the 3 rounds. Last one we'll have to go through the spacer bead. Okay, take out the needle, put it aside so you don't lose it, and then cut thread. Okay, cut it to a good length. You will see from here that the thread is separated, okay, and the center three lines of thread is here. So what I do is I will have to use one string to go over the other, go around it, pull it, and tie a knot. Pull harder, a little bit harder than the initial process of tightening. Okay, pull it harder. I do 3 knots. Okay, for an 8mm bead, you are able to do a 3 knot. For a smaller bead like 6mm or smaller, the bead hole is small, so you will not be able to tie 3 knots and then hide the knot into the bead. Okay, so how you tie the knot is just like tying any normal knot, and the reason you have to pull it tight is because if you just pull it like this, the knot is not tight. Okay, so gently pulling it will not cause the tightness in the knot, so you have to pull it harder like this, so it stays as a knot, and then you tie the second knot. Likewise, you have to pull it hard. Okay, you have to pull it hard. Like this, so you have the knots tightly sit on each other. After that, you just have to cut the balance string to a good length. Okay, not too long like this, otherwise you have problem hiding it into the bead. So cut it like half of the diameter of the bead length, and then pull gently across. Now I'll pull it into the bead, not the spacer bead. It's easier to pull it into the bead. Okay, and then you don't see the knot anymore. And this is the bracelet. It's a finished product. Okay, finished product like this. And as for the charm, I choose to use lobster clasps to use it on the charm as hooks, so that my wearers can choose whether they want to have the charm or without the charm when they wear the bracelet. Okay, so I can just put it here like this. Okay, and the charm is on the bracelet. Okay, so this is how you do an adjustable bracelet. I hope it's something that you can learn and you can enjoy making. Once you know how to do one adjustable bracelet, you'll be able to do many more. Okay, so my suggestion is always have the design ready, whether it's a picture or an existing bracelet that you have or your friends. Have them taken in a picture and then follow the design as and when you want. Or if you are inspirational, you have the inspiration to customize to one new design of your own, you can also do the same. Okay, and otherwise, yeah, just copy design is fine. Yeah, you can always remake and remake. Okay, so next video I am going to share with you how do we do a push-pull bracelet like this. Okay, so we have 2 types of bracelet, one adjustable and one is a push-pull. So next video, do watch out for my video on how to make a push-pull bracelet. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe, like and share my channel, my videos to your friends. Enjoy